Our project is called Malaria Pulse, mapping the current state of malaria. 1 million people die of malaria each year. 3.3 billion people, or half the world's population, is at risk for malaria. Yet malaria is preventable and curable. Part of the reason why malaria still affects so many lives is that there is no effective source of real-time, localized information. The current visualizations are based on WHO data from 2012 and only take into account country-level trends. Real-time information is important because malaria is highly seasonal, and localized information is important because malaria is dependent on village-level standing water and mosquito populations. Our solution is to use something as simple as SMS and web technology to solve a problem as complex as malaria by crowdsourcing the location of malaria diagnoses and symptoms to get a pulse from malaria to better inform health officials and future policy decisions. In the case that an individual or their family member experiences malaria-like symptoms or is diagnosed with malaria, they can text REPORT to the Malaria Pulse hotline. They will then be prompted to go through a series of questions in which they input geographic, demographic, and symptomatic details about their specific case. Using the Twilio API, this information is sent to the server and stored in a secure database, which is then populated to the visualizations. The user would also have the option of inputting this information using a web browser on a website that is adapted for mobile use. The visualizations, which also appear on the website, are an important tool for health policymakers to view more detailed information about each case of malaria. Though we are highlighting a use case of malaria in Kenya, this technology could easily be adapted to many diseases and regions of interest. By taking the pulse and mapping the current state of malaria, we are helping to reduce the number of lives affected by this deadly disease.